QA1. And for our first group, we will have Radiant Technologies with their Radiant Mug. Enjoy.
Sharks, well, Radiant Technologies, and this is our flagship product, the Radiant Mug. Today we'll be asking you $300,000 for a 20% stake in our company. I'm McGregor, this is Shalom, Bakari, and the YUPS. Imagine this scenario. You get to work, you pour your coffee, grab your desk, you're ready to work. Par the usual, there's an emergency meeting. Something comes up, you take care of it, 20 minutes later, half hour later, you come back to your desk. You come to your coffee, and it's cold. That cold coffee is going to make this gentleman right here. This is what we call a sad boy. What we want is to make you happy. With our cup, you'll be there. Our cup, 8 pounds. Sorry, a half pound. It holds 14.5 ounces. It's hand washable. The average cup of coffee is brewed at 200 degrees. The scalding temperature of a cup of coffee is 160 degrees plus. The average ideal drinking temperature for a hot beverage, as shown in 2008 MIT study that was published in the US National Journal of Medicine, is 136 degrees. That was done with a 300-person sample size. That's an incredible number for any study. Another problem you have with coffee. Say you're using an average coffee brewer. You brew your coffee, comes out at 200 degrees. That's fine until later. It stays at that temperature. It gets old. It burns. That is not the coffee that we want you to have. We have a 14.5-ounce cup, batteries in it that keep your coffee warm up to 2 hours.
Today I'm going to talk about the internal and the outer panels and how the cup is made up, the mug is made up of. Behind the technology, right now we can see that it might seem like a regular mug because there are not like enough internal displays. Right now we can find the logo. Using the logo, pressing for 3 seconds, we can start it up the mug, and it has also like buttons, which are 2 buttons to adjust the temperature. And we have like a power cord to connect through USB, which is very water resistant. And it also has an outer sharp surface, which is very user-friendly to the customer. Behind the internal panel look like we start off from the base plate. That base it prevents from it prevents like the surface from being burned, and it keeps like internal panels to be sealed. And we can find a temperature sensor. Temperature sensor, which it allows to sense minor changes of the temperature. And we can have like the rechargeable batteries. Those hold up like 1100 ampere, and they can hold the cup to have like a temperature and to charge it to make the temperature at a specific temperature we wanted to have. And also we can have the heater and insulation and circuit board is where the LED panel exists. Interior and exterior materials. Interior designs, we use the ceramic coated stainless steel because, as we all know, like ceramic is a very heat conductor, it's very resistant, and it also we use a stainless steel. Stainless steel is very 100% cost effective. It's very malleable and it's very recyclable. I'm going to hand it to Carol.
Okay, so our audience, our target audience. So our target audience is going to be Generation X. These are your coffee fanatics who day-to-day who drink coffee or tea. We are specifically targeting the income range between $60,000 to $80,000. To further our research, we conducted a survey that concluded that 45% of Generation X make coffee at home or at work. Our next target audience is going to be Generation Y. These are your young professional who are working in the corporate office. We specifically targeted the income range between $100,000 to $150,000. How are we marketing our product? So our main focus is going to be social media. As I said before, we did a little survey and we found that 72% of our target audience use Facebook than other social media platforms. So we are going to focus more on our Facebook. And to give you a little number, we're spending about $18,000 a year just on Facebook ads. And then other platforms that we are using is going to be YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Where can you buy our products? So there's two ways that you guys can buy our products from. Our online store and then through Amazon. We chose online medium because it's cost effective and it could reach a lot of people. So this is our website. We provide three ways for customer service. One is through our chat box, our automated chat box. It's 24 hours. And then 2, our 24 hours customer service. And 3, we have our email provided on our website, and you guys can reach us. We will provide you an answer within 24-hour period.
Awesome. So you've heard a lot of information about how the cup works, you've heard some information about how we're going to market it. Now let's talk about how we're going to make money on this, okay? The cost to produce our cup is $15 per cup, and we're selling it at $60 on our website and on Amazon. I want to talk about a little bit of the product life cycle and see like where the product starts from and how it gets to the customer and what we do after. Our product is manufactured in China, it's made in China. We ship it from China to a warehouse locally located in Tooele. And from there, we package it and we ship it off to our customers. If we get any returns, which we've accounted for, those returns are then recycled because it becomes cheaper to do that, and we have materials that we make the cup with that make it easy to recycle our product. Our revenue and overhead. So in year 1, our revenue was $186,000. Our overhead was about that much, $100,000, and this is how much profit we made. Given the market demand that exists for our product and the sales that we projected a revenue of $3 million in year 10 and a projected overhead of $788,000, which gives us a nice profit of $2 million at the 10-year mark. And here's a little chart that shows projected profit from year 1 to year 10. So as you can see, it's a nice little curve that really starts getting a lot higher in the 5-year mark. So we asked for $300,000 for 20%. So I decided to run some numbers to show what our projected profit is with investors. And with investor money, we think we can get to the point we were in year 10 originally, around the 7-8-year mark. So your money can help us grow the business a lot more because we can expand production, plus lowering our cost of production, and we can increase our margin. So just again to show a little more of a comparison, so where we are there, and that mark is right there. So, what's the return on investment? This is how much you guys will make by the 10-year mark after your investment in our product. This is the investment, the cost of investment. This is how much we're asking. And when you divide that by how much you're investing, our ROI, return on investment, ends up being 530%. So within 10 years, you will multiply the amount of times. One last note I want to end on before I pass it off to McGregor is loan repayment. To start off the business, we had a loan of $250,000 for 10 years, and the interest rate on that was 10%. We expect to have that paid off within 5 years, so within 5 years we'll be debt-free within a month.
I think with what you've seen today, it's an easy choice. To invest in us, $100,000. 20% stake. The combined knowledge and work ethic that the 4 of us bring to the table, the numbers Gary is wrong. The technology, EUL has researched. The marketing information, Shalom has provided. And my knowledge of the product description truly make us a dynamic team. Working with you, we will excel, take over the market, and kill it. We're asking $30,000, 20% stake in our company. Thank you.
Who's your competition?
There are a couple. There's one other cup that is similar to ours on the market, and it sells for $80, which is $20 more than our cup, and it has quite a few issues with it.
Okay. What are those? What makes you different from them aside from the price?
So our cup has a stainless steel coating on the inside, and their cup has a ceramic coating on the inside. The issue with the ceramic coating on the inside of your cup is that it melts. Right? It's treated in a way that over time, when you put a hot liquid into it, the surface of it will actually start melting into your liquid, your beverage, and make that completely usable. So we do a ceramic coating on the outside with stainless steel-related beverages, which gives us a really significant advantage because our product works whereas theirs does not.
Shalom, I'm interested in why you have different income ranges between Generation X and Generation Y that you're targeting? For Generation X, we're targeting just middle class, and for Generation Y, we're targeting upper middle class. So that's why the ranges are different. Is there a reason why you're? Yeah. So the reason we're targeting Generation Y is for people who are like in the YouTube space, YouTube gurus, people who sit down, who make a lot of money, but actually are young professionals.
How big is that actual clientele? How many millennials are making over $100,000 a year? Like, how big is that?
It's not a lot, but it is. We're trying to target that audience and really get it out there.
So you know that money.
Okay, so are you saying that you are targeting that audience in order to market it?
Yeah, because they do have a social, it's like a big social presence online.
Okay, so that's not the people you're specifically trying to sell all of the product to.
No.
People
That's
you're
our
trying to
secondary.
market with.
Yeah, that's our secondary target
Okay,
audience. Yes.
okay.
Our main target audience is Generation X.
I have a question about, so since you said your main target audience is Generation X, but your marketing plan is social media based, how are you planning on reaching the Generation X who are not really in tune to the social media platform?
As I said before, Generation X, Generation Y uses more Instagram than Facebook, but Generation Y uses Facebook. So that is why we are spending more on Facebook than Instagram or Twitter or other platform, so it can reach Generation Generation X, sorry.
So what's the market need for the radiant mug?
The market need for the Radiant Mug. It is a great holiday gift and a great Christmas gift. We have extremely high projected sales around holiday times, Father's Day, Christmas, and graduation times of the year. It is something that you would very much want to buy for a loved one or a graduation gift. Similar to a pair of Bluetooth headphones, you're not sure you want it, but once you have it, you can't imagine how you live without it.
What, I guess, I have a thermos. That keeps my drink the temperature that I want it, or fairly similar, for like 5 hours.
Right.
So why am I going to use the mug instead of just using the thermos that I already have?
That's a great question. So as we said earlier, the scalding temperature of a beverage is 160 degrees plus, and coffee comes out at 200 degrees, right? So you pour it into your thermos and it's hot and it's cool. When you're actually ready to drink it, you want it around 135 degrees. That ranges from person to person from 125 to 140 degrees, but each person has their own ideal drinking temperature range, right? You keep it in the thermos, it's still too hot. It's insulated in there, you come back to it, and it's the scalding temperature that it was of 200 degrees or 170. it actually has a very finite amount of time spent in your ideal drinking range, whereas our cup can hold it in that range for up to 2 hours. So while yes, it can stay hot, the actual time spent in the perfect range is still far, far less than what our product provides.
How do you wash it with the USB? How does it check on that? How does it not like short circuit?
You mean like when you damage?
Yeah, damage the USB. How does the USB, what's the cover look like? How is that possible?
It's waterproof. It's water resistant.
USB, like so
If
water
you-
isn't good, it's good.
Sure. If you think of many of the phones we have in the market right now, starting with the Galaxy S7 Active, right? That's actually the phone that I have. I can fully submerge my phone in water, pull it out, and still charge it.
So you're using that tech.
That is absolutely relevant technology that exists. I tested it myself, and it is 100% effective.
I have a question about your, so you mentioned that you're manufacturing this product outside in China, correct? So first, how much of a stake does your Chinese counterpart have in your company? And how many current employees do you have working at the manufacturing? And then, yeah.
So as far as a stake in the company, they currently don't have a stake in the company. They just manufacture the fee for that. I think of the manufacturing company, you probably have around like 10 to 15 employees.
Do you have a, go ahead.
Oh, no.
Do you have a, like, do you employ them or is that contract
It's like a
or?
contract.
Oh.
Is there a number for the fee or how much is the contract for?
The contract. So we pay. We probably pay them per year around, I want to say around $20,000-ish per year. It's contracted out.
So are they the ones doing shipping and delivering, or are you?
We do shipping and delivery separately.
You mentioned that there's a 24-hour chat service. Is that an automated chat service, or is there somebody?
No, it's an automated chat service, and if they do ask different questions, we will provide them with our email, and then we will answer the phone call.
So you mentioned the inside of the cup is lined with the steel
Stainless
pieces
steel,
in order
correct.
for things not to melt into your liquid.
That's right.
So then how are you preventing, or have you tested your product on the ceramic of the bottom piece where the heat is coming from, how hot that gets and how people are not hurting themselves from picking up their mug?
Yeah, so there's a piece, right? So there's your cup, and then your battery and your heating element. There's enough of a layer between those two that it really does insulate it away. I mean, you think of 135 degrees heating it up. While it is plenty hot for your beverage, it's actually not a huge amount of heat. And since it is ceramic, that's going to absorb it and actually disperse that heat really evenly throughout the whole mug.
Is it like warm when you touch it? Is it a normal temperature?
No hotter than a regular cup of coffee that like Jason would be drinking right now.
So the heater's keeping the liquid heated up to, what was the perfect drinking range of?
So on average, it's 135 degrees, but you can set it to a range of 125 to 140.
Okay, so this cup is being heated, that coil is 140 degrees potentially.
Yes.
So you're saying that there's enough ceramic that it's insulating it enough to distribute amongst the whole cup?
Absolutely.
How instantaneously does it switch from one temperature to the next? Like how long would I have to wait for my coffee to cool down or heat up?
So typically you wouldn't be heating something back up. It's not meant to heat things up, right? You have your coffee, you've made it, right? It keeps it warm. And so you pour your coffee into it. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes for it to get down to the ideal drinking temperature range, which is about how long it takes normally to pick up a coffee.
How did you get $760? I mean, I know the pre-purchase said it was 80,
Yeah.
but why 60? Why not less? If you're targeting your main target audience is class people maybe not going to the extra funds technological part?
Price we decided was we tried to keep that as low as possible, but we still had to be like within a certain margin that we wanted to maintain. So that's how we came up with $6. That's as low as we can go to meet our target audience, but still be able to meet our profit.
I would also say that pricing a product too low lowers the perceived value of it. You could say a lot of cars or alcohol brands, for example. The product they're selling, it has such a high perceived value because of their marketing and how much they sell it for, not so much the cost to produce it. If you sell it for too little, someone who has the money isn't going to want to buy it.
Do you all own the company yourself? Do you have any employees?
We currently own the company ourselves and all the employees.
Do you own it evenly?
Yes.
So what would you be using our investment for?
So as I said earlier, we'd be using that investment for expanding production so we can lower costs of manufacturing and making the product, right? More global buy, cheaper it gets. Putting more money towards marketing, and ideally a great way to place to have this product would be like Targets and Fred Meyer's and retail stores, but it's expensive to put them inside there. So with your money, we'd be able to reach a point quicker where we can put it inside those stores where it's more accessible to Generation X buyers that really just go into stores and buy something really seems good.
Any more questions? All right, thank you.
If there's no more questions, Sharks, please take this time to discuss what they are offering and consider their offer. Yeah.
Just kind of questioning the marketing and like your target audience here. $60 I think is fine. I think people will pay for a product if they think it's good. I think not only upper middle class of millennials will pay for this. I think kind of any millennial will. If there's something that works, they'll buy it. I also think the marketing piece on your Generation X people, when we think about upper middle class millennials, they're mostly probably going to be like doing a lot of work from homes. Generation X people are starting to retire, so they're going to be at home. So like think about marketing for like maybe giving a partnership to like as seen on TV and like giving more commercials and like spreading your product into different stores would be great. So I want to help in marketing that and maybe targeting a different set of people in your audience. So I'm willing to provide you your $300,000, but I want 21% of your.
All right.
I think you have a great concept. However, I think the competition is a bit too steep, especially in the coffee industry. Your price point's a bit too high as well, especially for millennials. Also, the specs. I would be really concerned with the safety of this mug too. I would want to explore how much testing you've actually done. So with that being said, I'm going to be out.
I'm concerned about the competition and concerned that you guys didn't mention like a pretty big competition is the little hot breaks that you put on your desk. So that's a little, I was hoping that might come up. The price point is a little too high just based on who you're going for, but I do understand like $60, there is a certain group of people that are going to do that. The thing that kind of worries me too is that everything's manufactured in China and something like this, when I buy something like this, like I like to take time, somebody that likes to buy something made in the United States, not to buy like that niche thing. So that I hope at one point, maybe down the road, like 10 years, you guys will get it to manufactured in the United States. I think I'm out, but it's great. It's great. It's great.
I do feel like there is other competition that I've
point that you make about the ceramic lining, though. I'm willing to do your 300,000 for 20%, and I want to see what you have in terms of safety and hear a little bit more about that, and make sure that we're safe legally from being sued, as can happen. If you've heard about the whole McDonald's thing. And I do think that your marketing needs to be adjusted a little bit. And I have a marketing team that can help with that. But yeah, I will do your 200,000 and you're getting 200,000.
Let's concur.
Yeah. Remember, you guys remember what's on the table? 300.
21%, 20%, 100,000. We came in here asking for $300,000 for a 20% stake in our company. The offer is on the table with an extremely talented marketing team, and we're happy to accept your offer.
Yay!